Don't move to Orlando.
We're going to tell you why you shouldn't move to Orlando. We're going to explain why moving to Orlando may be a mistake for you. I mean, it sounds crazy. We're basically talking you out of moving into our great city.
So a couple of weeks ago, we're showing homes to a couple that came down from Michigan, and we're like, oh my God, you must be so excited to move down to Florida. They're like, no, not really. And it really freaked us out.
Yeah.
We're like, how is that? How can you not be excited? Because everybody moves for a specific reason. It's family, it's job, it's education. It could be a lot of different things. And they had to move. They didn't have a choice, and they weren't really excited. So we had to dive a little deeper into what makes somebody say they don't want to come here.
So this is in no particular order. We're going to touch on all the topics, but the first one we're going to talk about is traffic. For some reason, people think that traffic is a mess. Now, Orlando, Central Florida, is really made up of four main counties. We have Orange County, we have Lake County, we have Osceola County, and we have Seminole County. We're going to talk about Osceola County later, which is where Disney is located. But a lot of people seem to be really freaked out about the traffic.
And it can get pretty bad here as well. Now, this isn't like South Florida, Miami traffic or even Tampa, Sarasota traffic, but we're no longer a small, sleepy little town.
No.
And the traffic will slow you down. We're doing a whole bunch to improve on the infrastructure. They're doing the work. We just finished the I-4 corridor, which is fantastic. But at 5 o'clock, if you're going somewhere, you're going to wait.
And you know what? I just want to point out that when I moved here about 18 years ago, we didn't have all those flyover bridges on I-4. And now, you know, we're rolling with the times. We're keeping up with the commuters. So
To be fair,
I can't expect that they won't continue to help alleviate some of that congestion on the road.
So if you're coming from New York City, you're going to find this to be a hell of a lot better traffic. If you're coming from a suburb somewhere that's kind of a little more chill and laid back, you're not going to like it. I'm just telling you that's the case. From Michigan, not so much. We're not affordable. We used to be. It used to be you go to Florida and you get these great deals. There's houses everywhere. Oh, they're just a steal. The average house now is $460,000. It's a 2,000 square foot home with 3 bedrooms and 3 baths, and it doesn't have a pool.
I can't tell you how many buyers who want to relocate here call me, and they, you know, we talk about their wants and their needs, and they want a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and they have to have a pool, but their budget is $300,000, and they want a 3,000 square foot house. And I tell them, I'm sorry,
we can't do it.
It's really difficult to find.
There are actually some areas in Osceola County that are still a little bit lower priced, and we're going to cover that as well as far as some of the diversifications going on here. But the bottom line is we're no longer affordable. We do have an incredible luxury market here, though, with the Windermere area, with the Winter Park area, some of the magnificent homes.
Yeah.
And these homes are on chains of lakes, and it's gorgeous, and it's very much luxury environment. Thing is, and here's the bottom line, if you're moving to Florida because you think it's super affordable, it's not.
It's really not.
It's even worse on the coast. Forget it. Go to Sarasota, go to any coastline, go to Fort Myers, go to Fort Lauderdale. We're at $1 million. It's not cheap.
Another biggie a lot of people have problems with is homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
It is expensive. Why is it expensive? Because a lot of people were fraudulently getting their roofs replaced, and the insurance companies, a lot of them had to fold, or they had to move out of Florida because the premium.
Well, no, you're dead on right, but there's also the hurricanes that came through.
Yeah.
What happened is it stressed a lot of the insurance companies out, and insurance companies. Well, we've got a video we're going to put at the end that'll help you make money and save money on your insurance. You need to watch that. It'll play right afterwards, and we'll put it down in the description down below. It's all about the insurance and what's happening. It's getting better, but right now, it sucks.
It does suck, but you have to keep in mind that we do not have state income tax.
Yeah, it kind of balances.
You're going to save some money on that, so maybe that'll help balance out the cost of the homeowners insurance.
There you go. That's the silver lining inside of, I don't know, a shit show, quite honestly, as far as that's concerned. It is getting better. Insurance companies are coming back in. That's the good part. Weather, hurricanes, rain,
humidity,
heat, hot. Oh my God. She's inside. That's why her hair is straight. Otherwise, not going to happen. So here's the thing. It's freaking hot here.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's hot here nonstop. It's not like, global warming heat where you get it in like Texas and all of a sudden it goes up to 100 degrees. We never get to 100. We stay at 97 degrees for 6 months with a 96% humidity, 3 shirts needed, hurricanes coming through, nonstop rain because we're in the center. Orlando's right in the middle of Florida. You got what's called on-coast winds, where they come from both coasts. They come into the middle and they build these huge thunderstorms right on top of us here in Central Florida. It rains every day in the summertime, and it rains for hours, and it's torrential, and it's brutal, and you can't go out, and it stops traffic because traffic's already bad. Now it's worse, and the humidity's horrible. Her hair is frizzy every time when she walks outside.
But I do want to say, if you think that the weather is bad here, I don't know if you've ever been to Cartagena, Colombia.
Whoa.
It's a lot better in Orlando than it is there. That is hot. That is humid. You know,
I've
just
never seen anything like it. We just got back from wedding there. Most incredible heat I've ever
I'll
felt.
never complain about our humidity again. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Don't come to Florida if you can't handle the heat. You can't handle the heat. Get out of Florida.
That's right.
And
Don't come into our kitchen.
most people can't. I will tell you though, this is kind of the sidebar.
What?
It's now the 1st of October when we're filming this.
Yeah. It's feeling
nice.
good. Yeah, it's
Yep.
nice. Yeah.
For the next
our
6 months?
mild winters,
Oh,
we
yeah.
love.
And you all, you're gonna be shoveling. We're not. Something else. I love theme parks. I love roller coasters. I love rides. I love everything about them. But there's a bad side to that, and it's all over here. It increases traffic. I like to fly. Our airport is constantly slam busy with traffic nonstop. This is the #1 destination for tourists in the world, right here. 10 miles from our house, 3 miles from our house, and 4 miles from our house. That's Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld.
Yeah, so it makes it, and especially if you like to dine out near those areas, you can expect. Yeah, you can't get in. It's always packed. The restaurants are pretty packed out there. So you go to like kind of the outskirts where the locals go, and you'll be a local, so you don't have to worry about that. But you know what? It's driving our economy. So I'm all about the theme parks and all the jobs that it brings in.
Absolutely. However, there's a downside to that because if the economy goes bad, the first thing that goes away is travel, and that does affect us pretty strongly. Now, again, we're talking you out of moving to Florida because the truth of the matter is we've got enough people here and we're happy with who we have. But you need to know the truth about this. And also, the theme parks employ a ton of people which have a little lower, they have lower income coming in because they work at basically pretty close to minimum wage in the $15 to $20 range. A lot of those people are living in the Osceola area. So we have a very diverse economy too, which is actually a plus. I'm actually very happy about that. There are affordable homes for the 300s. That's down in Osceola County.
Yeah, it depends on where you go. But
You're just
people
a little-
want like, oh, I want to be near Disney, and I'm like,
You can't. Yeah.
They're talking about Windermere and Lake Nona and those areas
Yeah.
usually.
Well-
They're like, I heard about Winter Park and Windermere and Lake Nona. Can I have a house for $300,000? I'm like, no.
So here's a beautiful house at Windermere or in Winter Park. It's gorgeous. It's on the chain of lakes. It's magnificent. It's for sale for $275,000. It is a 15,000 square foot home with a boat dock and a boat. And of course, I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. Of course, those aren't available like that because we are unaffordable. We're really talking about the theme parks though. And the theme parks cause this place a challenge. They bring an asset, but there is a challenge if you're living here full time. Now, we promised to do this for you, so rolling right next is the video on the homeowners insurance. You need to watch it because it is information you're going to need to have. We'll play it right now.